Hey, chickadees. We're going to pull again from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck by Colette Baron Reed. So thanks for coming in today. And let's see what they have for us. Oh, whoa, that one jumped out and turned over. So that's one. There's number 2. Let's see where the third one is. Okay, here's the third one. That came out quick. Okay, so our cards today are card number 35, Loyal Heart. And they all came out in the upright. Again, which we've had a lot of uprights this week. The second card is card number 44, Thinker. And the third card that came out today is card number 30, Tick-Tock. Tick-Tock. And so my guides are asking me to tell you a story and then ask you a question. So, and the story goes like this. You all know I'm a professional ruminator. That's what I say about myself. I love to noodle on things. And I have found in the recent past that I had spent an incredible amount of time trying to figure other people out. And I could tell you that officially, as of probably the last few days, I am out of that business. And I'm out of that business, and I made that decision. So we're going to talk a little bit about yesterday's reading too while we go through this conversation and have it, because yesterday's reading talked about the fork in the road. And we had fork in the road, and we had co-create, and we had never-ending story. So I don't know when the fork in the road came in this scenario, but it came. And I made the decision at that fork in the road to move into a different direction of not trying to figure people out anymore. And I can't tell you when it happened, because I just think maybe I tried it as an experiment and then it stuck. I really don't know. I know it came out of some situations that I had been in also my entire life. So, because I am a professional ruminator, that I've been trying to figure people out. I literally just love to think, and I'm often wrong about what I think. And what had been happening was, or what can happen when you do that is you're just off base, right? You're just off base. So I decided I'm not taking my own bait, because nobody else is baiting me, right? I'm not taking the bait I'm putting out for myself and engaging in rumination about what somebody might have meant underneath the words that they used. Okay. So what that did was it said, okay, I'm moving from the never-ending story lane, which is I'm going to do things the same way I've always done them. That story is never going to end. It's going to continue to be put on a heavy rotation, and off I go doing the same things I've always done. What I chose instead was to take the other path, right? And the other path ended up in gorgeous co-creation with spirit. I mean, gorgeous. And it ended up in my first book, which will come out probably first part of next year, that went beyond what I thought it was going to be when it came in. And the transmissions have been enjoyable. And I had more space in my life to ruminate on those things, ruminate on what my guides are telling me, ruminate on those transmissions and the downloads that they're giving me. Spend my time noodling on that, rather than, did this person mean what they said? What did they infer? Like all of that stuff. And it led me to a place where I'm at today. And I think I wrote about this on Substack last night, that, book number 1 is substantially, like, the initial draft is complete. Book number 2, the transmissions are already coming in, and they are just like, pooh, for me. They're blowing my mind already. And I haven't written a single word of that book yet. Of course, I've documented these, but that book has not formally been started yet. And it just gave me that space. And so what we're being asked to consider today from these cards is just taking people at their word, right? Stop trying to read anything positive or negative into what somebody's expressing to you. Just read it at face value, listen to it at face value, right? Understanding that communication is a whole body experience, right? So I think I want to say it is about 77%, but it's a huge percentage. It's well over 50, if I remember correctly. I'd have to go look this up. But there's a large majority of our communication skills, our communication that's actually done through the body, not through the tone and not through the words. And the smallest percentage in that 100% pie of communication is actually the words. So you have the words, that's a tiny, tiny percent. It's less than 10%. I want to say it's like 5. And then you have tone, which is another chunk, but it's nowhere near what you've got with body language. And so I've just decided to keep it simple. If I'm unclear, if I'm being communicated with and it's unclear, I'm going to ask for clarity. And then, if I get it, great. If I don't get it, I'm not reading anything into that other than what I get, right? So that just keeps it simple for me, because I no longer am in the business of ruminating on what other people may or may not have meant. Okay. Now I heard a long time ago, it was really interesting, but I heard that I could not tell you where it was. So if you know, tell me, because I don't remember. But I remember learning at some training I was at or something where whoever was giving the training was saying that, was asking a question about who's responsible for understanding in communication. And what my takeaway was that I am responsible for the other person understanding what I'm trying to communicate. They're not responsible for it because they don't have anything else to go on other than what I've communicated. And so I'm taking that approach that I'm the other person. I'm only responsible for what gets communicated to me, and I can take it at face value. And that's actually what we're being encouraged to do, which is very interesting. So if things are unclear in your life with someone or a situation, and you can get clarity from someone, ask for it. If they give it to you, great. If they don't give it to you, that's also information. So what happens then is the loyal hearts are the ones that are going to step into that and give you the clarity that you ask for and help you understand. Right? They're going to understand their role in communicating. And it's going to keep you from having to be the thinker in relationships. Okay? And I'm not talking about not caring about relationships. I'm talking about not having to ruminate, being free of rumination about what somebody did or didn't mean. Okay? Because what I have found is that when I did that, when I started making that choice, as a gift to myself, I was able to reclaim so much time in my life. So much time. It's mind-boggling to me how much time I actually spent trying to figure other people out. And the truth is that you just can't. Not only can you not, but it's also not your job. Okay? So if somebody wants to be figured out, they're going to meet you there and they're going to communicate that with you. But if they don't, they're not. And that's fine too. That's information. So it's interesting that, yesterday we had Fork in the Road and Co-Create and Never Ending Story. And today we have Loyal Heart, Thinker, and Tick-Tock in a week where we've been talking a little bit about relationships. And what do we have? I'm going to look over here because I do take pictures every day of the cards so I can go back and look at them. Oh, and then Monday we had exchanging gifts, clean it up, which is cleaning up our relationships with our guides, with spirit, right? With all that is, with God, whatever, however you are oriented with that. And then co-create with the divine. And then we came down and landed into the, so that was Monday. And then yesterday, so I'm getting Monday and yesterday kind of mixed up. So interesting. So no, not Monday and yesterday. Oh my gosh. Okay, just scratch that. I'm going to go through the cards for the whole week. Monday, we had exchanging gifts, clean it up, and co-create. Then Tuesday, we had blessed, regeneration, and round and round. And then yesterday, we had fork in the road, co-create, and never-ending story. So we have actually seen co-create twice this week before, we didn't see it today, but before, today's cards came out. So that's really interesting, I think. They're trying to really drive home this idea that that we can kind of choose whether to co-create or whether to ruminate. Ooh. Uh-oh. Molly just got schooled. That's what that is. So, uh-oh. Molly gets to choose whether she co-creates or ruminates. Dang. Man, I'll tell you what, you put a YouTube channel together and you start, reading cards, and then all of a sudden, whammo, you get it. But that's it. That's my lesson. For me, I get to choose. Am I going to ruminate or co-create? Wow, it's really, frankly, that simple. Because you're going to spend time on either of those activities. So which one are you going to do? Good grief. I'm okay. Molly's got no words. So, all right. Well, this thinker is going to have to go think about this. So, anyway, yes, that is wow. Where are we going to spend our time? It's really what it comes down to. Are we going to trust the loyal hearts in our lives to tell us, where we're at with them, where we stand with them, and to communicate clearly with us so that we can spend our time thinking about other things and not ruminating on the relationship that then sucks our time dry? It's really that simple. Wow. Okay. Well, that's it for today. I'm going to scram before I get schooled again. So, not really, because I get schooled every day. It's just not always on camera. So, that's very interesting. Co-create or ruminate. Those are your choices. Those are my choices. So thank you so much for being part of our community. I love you, and we'll see you tomorrow with the last episode for this week for Mojo Mysticism. Mwah.